Some body blows and some headshots. His team tonight needs the victory if they are going to put together one last push for March. Sean Phillips starting tonight with Jaden Quaintance out of the game, out of the lineup with that ankle injury. He wins the tap, and Sun Devils with the basketball. He must have been watching the open, Scott. B.J. Freeman.
Well, that's what this kid does. He puts the ball in the basket. Nice little brush screen on the top. B.J. Freeman. He just had a sliver of an opening, and he went for it.
Played 45 minutes against Texas Tech, showing no signs of fatigue. Reynolds from the corner is knocked down. Give him the three and a chance at a 4-point play.
Well, the aces are coming to play tonight. Reynolds only leads the team in scoring with 12.5 a game. Nice job moving the ball around from side to side. I love this one underneath the basket because you get that ball down in that paint area, the defense has to shrink, and it leaves that corner three susceptible for the triple.
He has risen to the occasion in Big 12 play, averaging 15 points a clip in conference. Give him 4 to start things off tonight.
I see the 4-point play so much in college basketball. I mean, I know old coach North Carolina, Dean Smith, he'd roll over in his grave if we'd have found a 3-point shooter.
There was no doubt about that one, too. He didn't really have to sell it. Jihad, top of the key, sets the table. Freeman controls. Backdoor. Here's Sean Phillips, the big fella. Denied from the backside by Alette.
How about that defense by Alette? Phillips thought he had an easy jam, but Alette came back and swatted that one away. And then Alette lost it in traffic. The only walk worried about is over penetration. He's got to work on that mid-range jump shot.
Alston Mason, the floor general for the Sun Devils. Sean Phillips, way off, not his shot.
This is where TCU's got to be better. Points in transition.
TCU led the nation in fast break points. The 2 years leading into this one have slowed things down, but Jamie Dixon will still put the pedal to the metal when he can. Offensive rebound for Arizona State. Out-rebounded offensively on the road against Texas Tech to the tune of 14-7 on the offensive glass with second chance points. That's a good sign early.
The body's flying into paint. Phillips got knocked down on that one. TCU trying to look to execute their secondary break here. A little brush screen for Uday.
Reynolds. Wenzel somehow corrals it. Another turnover, though. Second of the game for the Horned Frogs.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers is not good. But there, well, the ASU almost turns it over.
Jihad, offensive board. Off the window and in.
You gotta love that, right? When you're trying to do big things and get yourself a win after struggling, you gotta do the other things like chew glass on the offensive end, getting those second chance points, those extra opportunities.
Alette puts it in drive. High off the glass, Crafty.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, right? He's got that little float game. I want to see him mix in that with the mid-range jump shot. The three-point shot, that's a working art. Only shooting 21% from behind the arc, but he can do all the little things to help this team get a victory.
Yeah, the analytics say that's not a great shot, but he's done well inside the arc this year.
Yeah, but if it gives you confidence for when you shoot it out there, it's a good thing.
Bumped off the mark by Wenzel is Phillips. Jamie Dixon, 501 career victories. 9th season as TCU's head coach. This program was dormant from 1998 to 2018. They hadn't been to the NCAA tournament. Jamie Dixon now, in 4 of 7 opportunities, has taken this team to the postseason. We'll love to make it 4 straight this year.
I love Coach Dixon's energy. Tell me he's not into this one. He's the same way in practice, too. Really getting after his guys. Just really encouraging him to give them all that he got.
Jihad drains it.
How about Jihad? Wow, that's big right there. Giving the Sun Devils a 1-point lead. Stepping behind the arc, knocking down a triple.
David Punch, the freshman, kicks it out to Alette.
Did they just give Jihad 2 on that one? I think they did. I love that little pick and roll there with Uday. I'm sorry, Pete, but that's good basketball. That's old school basketball. That's what I like to see. Not all these guys cracking up 3-point shots like they do in the NBA level. Good look at Coach Hurley.
There is Bobby Hurley. Had a chance to chat with him today about his team and their future. But most importantly, I said, hey, Coach, what'd you do for Valentine's Day? I know you and your wife, Leslie, you got a great love story. He said, our daughter's in from out of town, from New Jersey. He said, I cooked for everybody last night.
I love that. That's great. Just sitting at home, getting it done, spending time with family, most important thing. And I know he loves his players as well as also. He put them on their track shoes, took them up a mountain, and had a little ice cream social at the top of a mountain for his team. Tell me that's not love on Valentine's Day. Hey, if I'd have known they were getting ice cream up there, I might have put on my sneakers and huffed it up the hill too.
Yeah, the story.
Like a good ice cream sandwich.
The story goes, the guys showed up at the facility. They were told, hey, head outside. We're going to work out. They climbed up, or should I say hiked up, I guess, a mountain here in Tempe. And when they got to the top, they had ice cream.
There's a nice move inside. That Jihad, once again, the little abbreviated Euro step getting to the front of the rim. I love the way ASU's mixing up the outside attack and the inside punch.
Sun Devils started off 1 of 6 from the field. They have made 3 straight field goals. Reynolds with the left hand absorbs the contact, physical bucket on Mason.
Reynolds is just so good. Crafty senior, knows how to take that Big 12 contact and then still have the concentration to finish.
Jihad, cross-court pass. Here's Joe Sannon, the freshman sensation from Fall River, Mass. Whips it to B.J. Freeman around and out. Uday with the board.
That's where Uday's got to live, right? This kid averages about 7.5 boards a game. When he realizes how big and strong he is, he's going to push that up to double digits.
Wenzel drains it. He's their best shooter.
And how about that pass by Alette, right? He could have come off with that little screen and fired, but that's the play to get Wenzel that clean look. Nobody within 6 feet of Wenzel. ASU's got to close out on those shooters. They're so concerned about rebounding the ball, they got to get back out on those outside shots.
Sannon with that pure stroke, 0 for 1 from deep with that miss. Clean look at the 3 for Alette. Drains it.
Wow. Well, the kid, like I said, he has only made 1 of his last 10 3-point shots, a game winner on Wednesday, and then he comes out and he knocks that one down. Tell me that doesn't give you confidence when you visualize the ball going in from behind the basket. That's what that little mid-range shot did for him, Pete. Next one he shoots from 3 is true.
Well, you know all about building confidence in the NBA. I know about it at LA Fitness, or the Y. Jihad from deep, way off.
Well, right now, it's all Horned Frogs on that glass. Wow, he tangled up here in the back court.
8-0 TCU run. Up by 7, Adam Miller commits the foul.
Well, right now, TCU Horned Frogs sharing the basketball real well, finding their corner pocket 3-point shooters, and they are putting them up and knocking them down.
Great career playing at North Carolina for Dean Smith. What is it like when you come down the stretch, late February, getting into March, and you're trying to make that postseason run?
Pete, it's about tightening up all the little things, right? Your baseline out of bounds plays, your sideline out of bounds plays, your execution, getting high percentage shots. No slips defensively, making sure you're cleaning up your defensive glass. When you're running in transition, no turnovers, taking care of the ball, and certainly none of those live ball turnovers. Got to be able to let teams get easy opportunities to score against you.
Here's Jace Posey looking for an opportunity. That one's certainly not easy as he is fouled by Ali. He'll head to the free throw line.
Hey, my old teammates, but a kid out there doing his darn thing. James Posey's kid, Chase Posey. He has been really coming on. He's a redshirt freshman this year. Had him against Colorado at good games. This kid's got live legs. He's very active. He's a 2-time high school high jump champion. And he does a really nice job, provides a lot of energy while he's on the floor for Coach Dixon.
What was that like? So was he your rookie, James Posey?
Yeah, he was a rookie. I was with the Denver Nuggets. I got traded from Milwaukee and Denver during the preseason, and we're teammates with Avery Johnson, Juwan Howard, Nick Van Exel, Rafe LaFrance, Tim Hardaway. So those are his vets that he had a chance to learn from, and James went on to have a great NBA career.
He's now an assistant with the Suns, All-Star Weekend. James Posey in attendance tonight. Alton Mason at the controls. Freeman with his team down 8. 10-0 scoring run for TCU. He's in trouble. Malik Diallo giving him the business. Finds Sandin. Shot clock at 1. The freshman doesn't identify.
I don't think he got it off.
No, he did not.
What defense by the Horned Frogs. You got to give credit where credit is due. When that ball went down on the post, they brought over a second defender. And that hook pass that went to the corner, it was a good find, but it took so long to travel across the court. Very little time on the 30-second shot clock. That's the violation.
So the scoring drought for Arizona State almost up to 3 minutes. Michael Robinson, so smooth. Here's Posey. You said it, can jump out of the gym, was looking to do it there. Robinson is hammered.
Well, that's the one Chase Posey is going to realize, that he's going to have to go in there and fight through contact in the Big 12. And that will come with time. But it was a good find to get the ball over to Robinson. And he just gets that left shoulder into the defender as he hung in the air. And he's going to draw the contact and get an opportunity to go to the free throw line. So right now, what is this, a 10-0 run? Looking to be maybe 11 or 12 from the free throw line right here now for the TCU Horned Frogs.
Tonight, the 17th-ranked Jayhawks head west to Salt Lake City to take on the Runnin' Utes. It will only be the third meeting all-time between these historic programs. Catch the tip at 10 Eastern on ESPN.
Wow, the 84%er missed 2 free throws. He'd only missed 6 free throws all season.
Josan Sandin, wide right, has had troubles with his leg. Ankle injury has kept him from being 100%. Posey slicing into the lane, absorbing contact to go to the free throw line.
Do you think he'd learned from his last trip into the paint where he shied away from the contact? This time he went right into the defender, got that contact, and now he'll have an opportunity to go to the free throw line as well. So a quick study is Chase Posey. Chase, just 50% from the free throw line. He got his dad sitting over there in the 4th row. You know he ain't gonna miss no free throws when Pops is here. Probably make him drop and give him 10.
And by the way, Jace Posey was the inbounder on that game-winning shot made by Vashawn Alette. It actually caromed off Michael Robinson's hands into the hands of Alette, and he hit that game winner at Oklahoma State. Austin Mason off the mark. Sean Phillips, the big fella, cleans it up.
Yeah, that's what they got to have. They got to have Phillips chewing a lot of offensive glass tonight, especially when you're struggling to get some points. Nice job going inside. Hard working, too. I think that's his second O-board putback.
Yeah, first bucket in 4 minutes. Reynolds with the shot fake and the glide.
Well, let's just say he glided. Yeah, he walked. That's what he did. He got away with one. He got all the way to the rack for the easy lefty off glass.
Is that why it looks so easy?
Hey, I used to glide, but not like that. Look at Chase Posey grabbing glass, too. I like this kid Reynolds right here. He's just so good. Look at Diallo in there setting man-sized screens at the top point of attack.
Malik Diallo on Phillips. The high arcing shot too strong. Amir Ali, who has led the team in rebounds the past 2 games, skies for a board.
Yeah, you can see Diallo, he's got to work on his footwork, you know, big, strong body, but he's got to get a little bit better with his footwork down on the low block. Look at the banging inside Phillips to Diallo. I love the Big 12.
Here's Freeman, says, I want some of that muscle.
Oh, they're getting chin to chin, nose to nose, Phillips and Diallo. I saw that. They were getting real physical.
That's the big fella, Malik Diallo. Both he and Phillips hit with taunting technical fouls. There's Sean Phillips, who can ill afford to get into any foul trouble. That is his first, the technical. But with Jaden Quaintance out of the game and his team already undermanned down low and being out-rebounded, especially on Wednesday night at Texas Tech, the numbers are there. They cannot afford to lose a guy like him.
No, and listen, sometimes you just want to make sure that you don't get you're pushed around. You let him know, hey, you gonna feel me out here. He's just got to keep his cool now.
Oh, look at that. Cool under pressure.
Well, I love what Coach Hurley did right there, that design play at a timeout, saying, let me get this big fella a bone here so he'll keep doing all this work and see how important he is to the overall success that we're going to have tonight. Give him a bucket inside.
Jace Posey. Spinning on the block. Nice move.
I tell you, in the 2 weeks that I have watched this kid, he has really improved. His confidence is off the chart right now.
Alston Mason.
This is a kid that's got to get going. Joe Sand.
Here's Mason. His father played here at Arizona State, played the exact same position. Finds Sannon, who finds three.
Well, I like that right there because Mason could have jacked one up from three, but he understood 4 seconds on the shot clock is enough time to find my shooter, Josan Sannon, over there on that right wing for the triple. And boy, back-to-back buckets. Once inside, then they come back behind the arc and knock down a triple. 5 quick points, cutting into that deficit.
All taken away. Mason. One-man fast break. Uday got a piece of the basketball, but also got a piece of Mason.
Well, I tell you what, this kid, Mason, all he does is stay on the floor and try to help Coach Hurley and his buddies get victories. That time the rip away, talk about those live ball turnovers, and he's off to the races the other way. But look at that great find over on the right side. Hits his teammate right where in the shooting pocket where he needs to just go straight up with it, and then just some miscommunication with the dribble handoff, and Mason's quick to take that ball to the scoring area the opposite direction. So just when it looked like TCU was pulling away, they got that double-digit lead. Here comes the Sun Devils.
Yeah, thanks to Alston Mason, you see him at the free throw line. Has played in every game this season, averaging over 36 minutes. That's 20th in the NCAA. He leads the Big 12 in minutes per game.
Yeah, look at those numbers the last 3 games. 20 points on 48% shooting and giving 10 triples in his last 3 games. He's going to have to hit a couple of those tonight.
Season high 18 points in that heartbreaking double overtime loss at Texas Tech. TCU has made 6 of their last 7. Whistle is blown. Another foul on Phillips.
Yeah, Uday right there with the big jab step right into Phillips. And unfortunately, that's going to send Phillips to the bench. What is that, 2 on Phillips now?
Yes, Bobby Hurley slapped his hand and said, hey, man, and kind of embraced him as he came to the sideline, gave him some positive love, but said, hey, you know, settle down. We need you. The LSU transfer takes a seat. Uday knocks down his first free throw, front end of a 1-and-1. TCU already in the bonus. 9:38 left, Scott, in the first half.
Well, TCU's been the aggressive team, right? You drive that ball into the paint, you're going to get contact, you're going to get fouled. You put the pressure on the officials to have to blow that whistle. How about the big fella knocking down a couple freebies? They got Chase, Posey knocking down free throws, and now Uday steps to the line. It's contagious once you start visualizing that ball going into that basket. Everybody wants to make it. Nobody wants to be that guy to miss it.
Adam Miller whips it to Ali. Ali puts it on his hip and then muscles his way into 2 defenders. Blocking foul.
But that's the same exact thing what I'm saying. You can't call it on one end when a guy drives the ball hard to the basket and then not call it on the other end. So Ali, smart, athletic player, realizing if I can just get to the outside shoulder of my defender, that put him in a bad way. And if I get any contact at that point, officials have to blow that whistle.
Second foul on Uday. And he will head out of the basketball game in favor of Jace Posey.
Yeah, Jace Posey, he's earning the, I guess, the confidence of Coach Dixon to put him on the floor in big-time spots. And he has been delivering. But Uday, that's another guy I kept talking about with 6'11", 260. You got to be able to stay on that floor. Your team needs you to get those rebounds. Look at that little full-court action here by the Sun Devils.
Oh, there's your bronze triple jump winner last year in the track and field for Big 12. Took off from the 3-point line.
Well, I don't know what a triple up is, but he sure did glide to the basket. Tough break there by Mason. He was gliding to the basket. Could they get a little runner to go?
The team from Fort Worth has made 7 of their last 8. Reynolds too strong. Long rebound for Sannon. From Fall River High School, same high school as Chris Herron and Mark Megna. Sannon gives it up for Jihad, who tried to get backdoor from Mason, knocked out of bounds.
Well, when you want to try to get yourself and your teammates going, you keep the ball off the floor and you kick it ahead 50 feet and you let your triple jumper, is that what you take? Take it hard to the rack for an easy 2. What the heck's a triple jumper?
All me and you know about is 3 scoops.
Yeah, do you think they got Ben and Jerry's when they got to the top of A Mountain?
All I know is you were waiting down at the bottom of the mountain. Joe Sanson trying to beat the shot clock, can't do it. Punch with the rebound.
Yeah, David Punch back in this basketball game. I've seen this kid go off for 19 points on 7 of 10 shooting. They're going to need some offense out of him today.
Wenzel, that one was halfway down, comes back out. Ali has it poked away by Alette, regains possession. The floor general, Alston Mason.
Oh, nice athletic hands by David Punch, getting the deflection and the steal.
Sean Alette wards off Ali with the left hand and finishes eventually with the right after a second chance.
I think they might have waved that off, Pete. I think they got Alette with a little too much. Yeah, they have pounded it inside. 10 of those 27 points in that painted area. Like you mentioned, the foul trouble now they're starting to put on the Sun Devils. And it's like 8 minutes to go in this basketball game. Already in the bonus with their next trip to the free throw line.
And that is B.J. Freeman with the basketball, wearing number 30. His jersey was ripped earlier, so they had to switch numbers. Adam Miller switching directions underneath off the glass.
Oh, what a sweet move along the baseline. I could never tightrope the baseline like that back when I played. Miller made it look easy, just could not finish over the long arm punch.
Wenzel off the dribble, off the window, in.
Yeah, again, below the free throw line, just outside the paint, right along the lane line. Another, I'm going to go ahead and give them 12 points in the paint. They are just attacking inside. Without that, Quentin's in there to block it, all their shots. One of the best of the Big 12 at doing it. TCU is fearless in taking the ball to the basket. Here we go again.
Alette has it stripped by Miller. Freeman into the forecourt. Looks to his right to Ali. Miller puts it in drive, rattles out.
Halfway in and spot back out. I mean, oh my gosh, right now the ASU struggling to find the range from the field. Only 31% shooting here in this first half. They get Bobby Hurley has got his, oh no, I thought maybe they were back in that little, he said he might play a little zone defense if they kept getting attacked inside, and we haven't seen it yet, but they did it in their last game, and against Texas Tech, they were forced to go to a little 2-3 zone.
Posey already has 8 points on the day. Trying to beat the shot clock is Reynolds. Good defense from Freeman. Officially a shot clock violation.
Sorry, Pete. I think Freeman actually blocked that shot. He got his hand up right into the shot when Reynolds tried to go up with it. Well, Freeman not scoring, but doing other things to try to keep his team close, keeping that thing under double digits, and a bucket here. And a little bit of a run, give the Sun Devils a little momentum going to the locker room, even after a poor shooting first half.
Arizona Arizona State 0 of their last 5 from the floor and haven't scored in 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, that one there, good defense. Was that Jihad got tied up underneath there, and possession arrow is going to give the ball to the Horned Frogs. So, I mean, you listen, Sun Devils struggling to score, but you got to give a lot of credit to this TCU defense. And Jamie Dixon has got his team out here fighting and scratching and clawing on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've held Arizona State to under 30% shooting from the field. Conversely, TCU shooting 60%. Alette, that ball is like a yo-yo, working on Miller. Right side, here's Wenzel. Knocked out of bounds, last touch by Jihad. 4 seconds on the shot clock.
So Wenzel took the ball inside, tried to find another shooter in the corner, but good athleticism, getting that deflection. Only 4 seconds on the shot clock for TCU to try to execute from that deep left corner. Always tough to get a bucket from down there.
Here's Trey White, the UNC Wilmington transfer. Tried to beat the buzzer, barely caught rim.
Yeah, B.J. Freeman just scraped that thing out. Here's where B.J. Freeman's got to try to take over.
Adam Miller bodies his way to the hole and will go to the free throw line.
Well, that, you know, in their double overtime game against Texas Tech, Miller was fantastic. The end of regulation and in both overtime at just driving the ball to the basket, getting the defenders to start, you know, backpedaling and then start knocking around mid and long-range jump shots. And that's what he's got to do here the remainder of this 5 minutes in this first half. Yeah. Figure out a way to start getting himself into a rhythm offensively by maybe attacking the basket first.
That's a great point, dude. He's averaged 15 points in the last 6 games and has yet to score tonight up until that free throw. It's so important for him to see the ball go through the basket, right?
Yeah, get to that free throw line. I say it seems like I say it once a basketball game, but a good shooter wouldn't struggle, and I don't care what level, pros, college, or high school. Get to that free throw line and visualize that ball going through the basket. Chance to calm your nerve, your rhythm, harness your adrenaline, and then come out with that bucket.
Michael Robinson looking for a bucket. Short on the three-point attempt. Jihad grabs the rebound.
What a beautiful box out by Jihad, keeping Diallo off that glass.
Joe Sansanin can't find it. Alette gets the board.
Alette tried to force one down low to his big man. Not ready for that just yet.
B.J. Freeman.
Sun Devils bombing away from the outside, but they are coming up snake ice. Nothing easy for the Sun Devils.
0 of 8 from the floor in their last 8 trips. Here's Wenzel. Back and forth we go. That one's knocked out of bounds.
It looks like 3-point shootout Saturday night like they're doing up here in San Francisco, the way these teams are shooting the threes.
Collectively, these teams have made 1 of their last 16 shots from the field.
That ain't getting it done, you know. And listen, I understand analytics will tell you the 3-point shot's better than a mid-range too. I don't buy that. Yeah, you had an opportunity to go inside, draw some fouls, get on the offensive glass because you put the defense at a disadvantage.
Nice pass by Miller. Just off the mark. Freeman couldn't grab it. Timeout on the floor. Sun Devils haven't scored in 6 minutes and 30. A tournament went 20 years. 20. And then in 2018, Coach Dixon guided them back. And this is a team that is always in the conversation now among Big 12 hopefuls and teams that can get it done into March. And that's because of Coach Dixon. Turnover there? Possibly no.
Well, I love the intensity on Coach Dixon in practice. Well, they were trying to get this ball away and finally do. We highlighted him right at the wrong moment because his team was about as sloppy as I've ever seen a TCU possession on that one. Won't make him real happy, but yeah, they're getting done defensively on the Sun Devils. They're making it real tough for the Sun Devils to score.
Yeah, Arizona State 0 for their last 8, and they're playing sloppy too. Again, I mentioned LA Fitness type basketball right now. Both teams back and forth. Nobody really wants to take this one.
Well, no one wants to take that momentum to the locker room, and the TC would be happy to take the lead, but they haven't really gotten the true momentum of this game. It's still anybody's ball game.
Michael Robinson revs the engine, and the freshman punch whips it to Trey White. Splash. Trey White now 1 point away from 1,500 in his college career, coming over from UNC Wilmington.
Wow, that was nice there. You know, they took their time. It wasn't the best possession I've ever seen, but they took their time and found their shooter.
Freeman sticks it on the other end.
Well, they couldn't buy a shot for the longest time, and then both teams knocked down back-to-back triples after back-to-back turnovers. You can't trust these 19 and 20-year-old kids. I tell you what, just when you think you see a rhythm and a theme to the game, and all of a sudden they knocked out a couple triples.
And just think, we're without Jaden Quaintance, the youngest player in college basketball at 17 tonight. Reynolds, 5 on the shot clock, fading away. No good, but punch. He is so strong for a freshman on the offensive glass.
Hey, unbelievable. I love the throw, first of all, but getting on that offensive glass, he's got 245 pounds of pure beef, probably got about a 6% body fat. He just had his way underneath there against the small in front of him.
Jihad backing his way into the lane. He'll go to the free throw line, and he is very comfortable there. Only 3 other guys in the Big 12 have shot more free throws than Bashir Jihad this season. 131 he's attempted so far this year.
Yeah, they need Jihad. Unfortunately, Phillips is on that pine every other minute of this half, so Jihad's got to provide that inside attack.
.76% free throw shooter. Misses his first. Big Monday in the Big 12 starts with surging Kansas State at Utah. The Wildcats can keep pushing for bubble consideration at 9 Eastern on ESPN2. Then red and blue, the Wildcats will try to keep their ascent in the standings going in a rematch with Baylor. The Bears welcome 13th ranked Arizona to Waco at 10 Eastern on ESPN. Eight-point advantage for TCU. Under 2 minutes now, 1:41 remaining in the first half. Reynolds pumps into the corner, now has it back. Noah Reynolds, a pizza maker at Old Chicago Pizzeria back as a kid growing up. Oh, punch, splits the double team.
Tell me that kid's a freshman with footwork and moves and strength and explosiveness around the basket. This guy is the limit for this young man.
Guys, a NBA veteran who played 15 years in the league, Scott Williams, a big man, polished, gave me the side eye after that move. He loved it. Freeman loves the opportunity from the corner, throws it.
Back-to-back three from Freeman. Freeman, he's coming alive here to finish off this half.
Huge bucket for the Sun Devils to trim the lead to 7. Freeman has 9 points. Reynolds floating. Wow, how about the arc on that one? Over the rainbow and in.
Yeah, TCU's just banging Sun Devils up beside the top of their head with a bag of nickels when they just keep driving that ball into that paint. Whether it's Punch, Reynolds, or Roulette, everybody is attacking the basket.
TCU has made 3 of their last 3 field goals, and the look on B.J. Freeman's face says it all. Every time the Sun said that means he might have some growing left to do.
I think your man's got a little bit more growing to do for sure. And yeah, I love this one here, the roster breakdown. You know, they added 6 transfers, 4 true freshmen. A lot of them get opportunity like Jace Posey, and then this kid right here. He is absolutely doing it for Jamie Dixon. There's something to be heard from for these Horned Frogs before it's all said and done.
Mason, reverse, then drive, then 2.
Well, that's what they needed. They needed a bucket inside. Great use of that timeout by Coach Hurley, drawing that one up, getting the ball into the hands of one of his players that knows how to put it in the basket. All right, here, just a simple little way. I'm going to reject this screen, catch the defense. Now I got my defender off balance, off kilter. I'm going to put it, drive, and take him to the rack.
Father, actually, Alston Mason was born in Belgium when Dad was playing overseas, but his pops played here at Arizona State, was a point guard. And, you know, Mason says part of the reason that he came to Arizona State was that it felt like home, but also he could learn from someone like Bobby Hurley. Bobby Hurley, no one ever has had more assists on the Division I college level than Bobby Hurley. A great guy for Mason to learn from.
Yeah, you asked him if his players knew how great he was today. He said, I tried to put on the video, but it's too grainy. He can't see anything.
What can Posey see? That'll wrap up the first half.
That's in the first half, all of them behind the arc. Yeah, he's got the 9 points, but he's got to go inside for the inside punch.
Alston Mason finds Freeman back in his number 10 jersey. I guess the seamstress was hard at work at halftime. Freeman making it look easy right now.
Yeah, and then going inside, right, for a bucket. You can shoot 3 for 7 from the field, from behind the three-point line, rather. But if you go inside and you get that early bucket, now we got ourselves a 2-possession game.
Reynolds tries to answer. Murphy muscles his way to the rebound. Rather, Reynolds. Quick foul is called. We'll head the other way.
Now Uday trying to do a little too much there on that offensive glass. I was a little surprised looking at the stat sheet here. Only 2 second chance points in that first half for TCU. Hey, coaches, we should get on us all the time. Well, go get some more rebounds. Like, we shot 61% and we turned the ball over 8 times. There wasn't a whole lot of offensive rebounds to get, coach.
Third foul on Uday. Arizona State outscored second chance points 14-7 against Texas Tech. That was a backbreaker. Trying to resist that tonight. Freeman travels.
Yeah, he wanted to put a move and go back to the rack again, but just shuffled those feet in the officials. This has been a good officiating crew. They were right on top of that for the 6th now ASU turnover.
Officials tonight: Kip Kissinger, Tommy Johnson, and Eric Curry. Veteran crew. Jace Posey with 8 points.
Yeah, this crew, they've let them be physical, but they haven't let things get out of control. Yeah, they've gone to the replay booth a couple times, but they're quick with their decision making.
Reynolds to daylight. Tried to teardrop it in, no good. Freeman sees Park, drops it off. Phillips with the thunder.
Well, Phillips couldn't wait to get back into this action. He got saddled with those 2 fouls in that first half. He's been about 8-9 minutes at the end of that first half on the bench. So quick to get back in the action point, and he gets some butts out of the seat here in this Wells Fargo Arena with that jam.
Ouellette hangs, gets his offensive rebound, and is fouled going back up.
This kid, Deshaun Ouellette, getting on the glass. But this is what I like. Look at that hook pass. Beautiful pass by Freeman back to his bigs. And we got to get this guy re-engaged in this basketball game. Let me boom feed him underneath for the 2-hand jam. He brought that one back behind his neck. I never had that kind of leaping ability, Pete. They called me the tank because I never got off the floor.
4-point game. Ouellette at the free throw line. You see his work in the conference schedule. The rigors of the Big 12. 13 points a game, but misses that second free throw. Lead stays at 4.
Yeah, Horned Frogs fans better buckle up. Oh, they get the turnover here. They needed a turnover.
7th of the night for Arizona State. Ouellette trying to take advantage and win sudden change. Posey in the corner. Crowd wanted to travel. And the foul is on Miller.
Whoa, the Cougars are out here on this officiating crew. I was saying what a great job they've been doing, but now all of a sudden the fans are engaged in this 2-possession game and let the official have it. They thought Posey walked along that baseline and seen Chase Posey a number of times. What you call it, triple jumper? Moving from along the baseline, getting to the basket, gets that contact, an opportunity to go back for the line. This kid's working on a career high here.
11 is his career high. Has 8 as it stands right now. That's his 5th made free throw.
You tell me he hasn't been putting some time in the lab. He was 10 of 20 from the free throw line coming into this game, and he's dropped in a cool 5 now? He's showing out for his pops.
Is perfect from the field and free throw line tonight. Has 10 points in his team with a 6-point advantage.
There's a picture of Pop right there. My old buddy, James Posey. Assistant coach now with the Phoenix Suns. They're on all-star breaks. It wasn't easy for him just to travel across town to come check out his boy.
Double duty, right? Gets to watch his son and maybe a little bit of scouting. Jihad. Wide left.
I thought Ouellette was getting ready to pull in transition.
A lot of room for Ouellette. Miller, the southpaw.
Was that one deflected, or was his scope just slightly askew? He shot that wide right.
The way he headed back so quickly, I think it was not deflected, just totally whiffed on.
Well, he came off of from that left side. I don't think he truly got himself in good balance before he let that one fly. For all you young folks out there love to play the game of basketball, I don't care what level you are. If you can't get on balance either on the ground or while you're in the air making the corrections, you're in trouble.
Look at him answer right back, flushing it.
Miller knows how to do that. Okay, I'll shoot an air ball, but I'm going to go back and work hard on defense, get that steal, that live ball turnover. We got ourselves a two-possession game. Crowd's alive and well into this one. Oh, Chase Posey got banged from behind by Miller.
Adam Miller.
Did he get teased?
Has just been ejected, got 2 tees. And the kid from the south side of Chicago, who showed off his grit and defense and determination on that flush right there, is headed to the locker room.
Oh, that is just an absolute huge loss for Bobby Hurley and company. Kid went for over 20 points, double overtime, and they lit up the scoreboard for 106 points. I don't know how they're going to make up that score.
I love Adam Miller and his game, and it's been such a joy and treat to watch him play all season long. But any official in the country, if you do that to them, they're going to send you to the locker room. He had some choice words for Kip Kissinger.
Well, you're a better lip reader than I am. I couldn't make out what he said. I don't even know why he got teed up in the first lane. It looked like this was a simple common foul. He didn't like it. He tried to slap that ball away. Oh, yeah, he told him to go vacuum. And the official did not like that one bit. Those chores get you rung up every time.
Yeah, that's a bummer to see a kid like that head to the locker room in a game like this and having a career like he's had. Back to action here.
Well, this is where the Sun Devils, they just got to just keep persevering with the loss of Adam and try to keep this game close and get a good stop there. B.J. Freeman's going to have to take over this game.
Oh, and he heard your advice and tried to heat it. In and out. Team's down by 6. Posey, the Pistons always pumping tonight. Off the glass and in. 3-point play opportunity.
Chase Posey is doing his darn thing in this game this evening. He does a great job getting that ball from the left and then just putting it in attack mode. Again, we've seen him now twice get outside the frame of the defender, and it puts the defense in a bad way. Once you get that contact outside those numbers, outside those letters, it's going to be a foul every time. Did he finish that play as well? So he's just shooting 1 from the line here. Career high, 11 points.
Eight-point advantage right now for TCU. Posey strokes another free throw. Remains perfect from the line tonight. 6 of 6. 13 points for him tonight is a career high. Sun Devils trying to settle down. Alston Mason could be the guy to do it. There's the lob, and Phillips somehow comes down with it and rams it home.
Oh my goodness! Did Phillips go up to about the 11th floor and grab that thing? I love the high hand up. You can keep all those three-pointers, Pete. He can be the high hand up 9 out of 10 times.
Diallo comes down with the offensive board. Phillips denying Robinson. Here comes Sandin and the Sun Devils.
They get a bucket here. The roof might come off of this building. This place is ready to explode.
Call it a healthy tension here in Tempe. And the block is called on Jace Posey. We'll have a timeout on the floor. Sun Devils creeping back, down by 7.
I understand fighting out there defensively, but giving a team opportunity to score from the free throw line, when you're getting technical fouls and these reaching calls, they're struggling right now from the field. Don't give them any easy opportunities. But I like the Sun Devils. They got this crowd engaged in this. They get the high handoff. B.J. Freeman, Jihad. These are the players that you're going to have to look for here to try to put some points on the board.
Alston Mason. Stepping into traffic, steps into trouble. Diallo grabs the rebound. Jace Posey, a career night for him. Drifts to his right with his NBA experienced dad in the stands. He'll have another chance at another three-point play.
Are you kidding me? Chase Posey, this kid is so good at getting by the defenders. Look at this. Jihad just gets too long, and Posey recognizes it right off, and he's like shot out of a cannon. He's so quick. Well, it must be all that time on the track. He just allows him to time and time again get past defenders. And he's got the strength and the concentration after the contact. This is a second opportunity for a three-point play here in the second half.
Has not missed a shot tonight. From the field, from the free throw line, to the tune of 16 points, and his team now is up by 10.
Well, that's danger zone right now for these Sun Devils. They don't want to see this deficit continue to climb. They turned it over. Posey.
Here comes the track star. 2 more points.
Coast to coast. Ability and the confidence to put that ball on the floor and go all the way to the rack.
Mason, nice take, is fouled over the top by Diallo. We'll go to the free throw line.
Well, I am so impressed with this young man's ability to be able to score amongst the trees. I guess it goes to do with his athleticism and his concentration, taking that one coast to coast after he just had gone to the rack for a basket. Again, attacking inside. Jace Posey, star amongst stars this evening.
Alston Mason at the free throw line, shooting 84% on the season from the charity stripe, knocks down his first.
Yeah, Jamie Dixon, he's into this one, but he's got to be loving what he has seen out of Posey in this contest. The fearlessness of this young man. Yeah, sometimes, I did a game with Renault. His parents flew over from Paris. He laid an egg on the road. So sometimes you wonder how a kid's going to respond when you don't get a chance to play in front of your parents very often. Well, Jace Posey's showing his dad needs to come to every game because he is really having one well of a basketball game.
Wenzel loses his footing in the basketball. Ali collects it and heads the other way.
Yeah, and he came up left, and he might have hurt himself. Sometimes you can pull him up.
Freeman into the teeth of the defense for 2 points.
Well, B.J. Freeman, it's got to be B.J. Freeman. Jihad's on that bench right now, and with that lead have gone to double digits, it's got to be Freeman the one that could provide that punch offensively.
Arizona State without the services of freshman sensation Jaden Quaintance and elder statesman Adam Miller. Trying to do more with less. Wenzel controls. 5 on the shot clock. Trey White weaves through traffic, finds a way to get it off, and somehow finishes.
Well, the freshman punch set a nice screen that allowed him to get just that little opportunity. Oh, that's going to be a charge.
Yeah, Freeman barreling into the opposing defender, Jace Posey.
Yeah, Posey does such a great job sliding in there. Like I said, for a freshman, he's a redshirt freshman. He's not afraid to put his chin in there defensively and taking that charge. Talked about Freeman's got to be aggressive, right? But you got to know when the defender is just set. It's a Big 12, but they're not going to let you run right between the numbers of a defender.
2 fouls on Freeman. Reynolds jab steps. Whistle off the ball. Tommy Johnson calling an offensive foul on Punch.
Yeah, Punch down there. I don't know this young man, 245, right down there. Flex has got the barrel chest. He's down there working out, and the official said, okay, that's a little too much physicality under that. Punch is going to have to sit down.
The freshman from Harker Heights, Texas, just about 20 miles from Waco, heads to the bench in a little bit of foul trouble. And Arizona State, still plenty of time left. A lot of distance, it feels like, between TCU and the Sun Devils, but Mason trying to close that distance and does, inching his team ever so close.
Yeah, Mason's so crafty. He come up, he set a high screen roll for him. The whole defense has been trained to be able to hedge high when he comes off of that screen, but he rejects the screen and finds some freedom on that left side to not get a clean look at the front of the rim and knocks down a triple.
Wenzel, Euro step.
Euro step or three steps. I don't know what these officials are letting these TCU players do down there in that painted area, but boy, did he get himself all the way to the rack.
Oh, Arizona State needed that one to fall.
Yeah, Jihad just not able to really get himself going here in this second half.
You know, we mentioned TCU started the second half 1 of 8. They have made 4 of their last 4. Trey White from deep. That was halfway down and came out.
Something wrong with that basket, Pete. ASU had a number of shots in the first half that went halfway down and spat back out as well.
Jihad, lazy pass. Wenzel to 2.
Can't have those live ball turnovers. You're down by 7 or 9 rather, and you're trying to fight back into this thing. You're already shorthanded. That's just like giving them an easy 2 points.
You know, you have to start to wonder. This is an Arizona State team that's undermanned without a few key players. They played a double overtime game against Texas Tech last week. You know, they could be gassed.
Could be gassed. You're right about that. Maybe that run up to A Mountain was not the right move because they are having a tough time finding the range here. 5 turnovers in the first half. Already 5 turnovers here in the first 9 minutes of the second half.
Reynolds has it knocked away. Arizona State basketball. Horned Frogs have made 5 of their last 7, but with the turnover there, Arizona State will have the basketball when we come back.
And laughter.
That's what you said, Scott. And by the way, I asked Scott in the morning. I was so nervous. We had shoot around in Colorado before the Colorado-Houston game. I said, I'm just ready to do it right now in the morning. He said, nah, partner, she ain't going to be dressed right in the morning. You got to do it at night, like you said. Great advice.
Yeah, well, I was wondering after the game. I was sitting there going, oh, my goodness, I hope I gave good advice. And you guys have been in love, and that's wonderful to see you guys be able to spend the rest of your lives together.
That's very nice of you guys. Appreciate it. Back to action. No love lost between these two teams. Uday back in the game with 2 fouls. One of the things we wanted to talk about, I thought we were going to talk about at a break till I got blindsided. TCU, we talked about, they've been really outworking Arizona State. 27 rebounds to 18, and then points in the paint. TCU 30 to Arizona State's 20. I shouldn't say they're outworking them, but they're just out-muscling them because they have the manpower.
Yeah, they have the manpower. They got the physicality. They had a great game from Posey. He's been attacking inside as well. And you know, we have Phillips out here and Uday. They're already banging. They wasted no time picking up where they left off. I love the Big 12. I love the action of the Big 12 because they will go inside. The black and blue Big 12, baby. It's old school 90s basketball at its best.
It really feels like that. Micah Robinson tried to extend that pack in the defense. Ball's knocked away. A foul is called. It looks like they got a loose ball foul.
Called that one on the Sun Devils. I thought it was going to be on the Horned Frogs, but that's going to be free throws now as the Horned Frogs are in the bonus situation. Who gets to that ball first? Oh, maybe it was, yeah, was it Jihad?
Jihad
coming over the back?
Yeah, coming over the back.
Yeah, so they're in the double bonus the rest of the way. We got nearly 10 minutes to play in this one, and that's a tough position to be in when you're down by 12 points, maybe 13 after this free throw. 3
turnovers in the last 2:43 for Arizona State. Fashawn Allett with a chance to extend this lead.
Yeah, I'm just watching the body language of Coach Hurley on that sideline, hands on his hips, knows he's in a bad way. Hey, his team scored 106 points on the road. And right now, they're struggling to put that ball in the basket here at home.
Largest lead of the game for TCU. Just under 10 minutes left. Alston Mason fires it underneath. Beautiful pass to Ali.
What court vision by Mason. He had big Uday on him at this long 7-foot frame, and somehow he was able to rifle it right underneath the armpit of Uday's upstretched arms.
Nice ball movement. Wenzel, that's the guy you want shooting at if you're Jamie Dixon off the mark.
Well, that's it. Limiting the Horned Frogs to one long-distance shot with a hand in his face and then rebounding the ball.
Alston Mason again with the vision.
We were just talking about how Sun Devils were getting beaten inside with these points in the paint. They come right back with 2 quick buckets at the rim.
Arizona State has made 4 of their last 5. Mason with 2 sweet dimes on the last 2 possessions. The 2 of them from Fashion Week. You know, his pops played overseas in Belgium, and that's where Alston was born. And he continues to carry the torch for his pops, who played here at point guard at Arizona State.
You think they need any, like, fat 50-year-olds to model in their clothes? Because I'm sure these guys probably make some big bucks.
Hey, there's always big and tall work out there. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Arizona State has an opportunity to be big down the stretch. They are down by 9, but they'll need to get things under control as far as rebounding and protecting the offensive glass. John Phillips does it right there.
Yeah, get a stop there. They got back-to-back buckets inside by Jihad slamming them things home. So they get a bucket here to change the momentum, the complexion, the outlook of what they might be able to do. And one thing I do know, Coach Bobby Hurley's so good coming out of these timeouts, I wouldn't be surprised they get a high percentage shot right here.
Arizona State has made 4 of their last 5 shots. Joe Sansen. Mason from deep. Out of bounds. Let's see who touched it last. Officials will say the Sun Devils did.
Yeah, I think Freeman was down to get on that offensive glass. That ball came off that rim, and it bounced so high in the air. Almost everybody missed time there jumping. The ball just bounced on the ground and went out of bounds. Don't see that very often. The last-minute substitution. Diallo's coming out. Was that Jace Posey just checked back in this game, or was it David Punch? One of these kids out here, I tell you what, those 2 freshmen, they're making an impact tonight.
Allett racing over the half-court line. Finds Trey White. Up fakes. Phillips stays honest.
Look at the Sun Devils defense. They have ratcheted up the pressure here, tightening the screws on the Horned Frogs.
No field goals for TCU in the past 3 minutes. Up until that, Fashawn Allett splash.
Well, Allett, right? Your second leading scorer. You need to get a bucket. You got to put the ball in the hands of the guys that know how to deliver. Allett, this guy, like I said, he hadn't made a 3-pointer in 7 games, and then he hits the game winner to win the game for his ball club. And now he comes out here and he's knocking in shots from all over the place.
1 of 2 from beyond the arc and 3 of 7 from the floor is Allett with the basketball right there, pounding the rock, trying to find punch. Out of reach, out of bounds.
Yeah, that's one of those passes that Hardaway used to throw me right off the top of my shoe, and he knew he wanted me just to pass it back to him. And I love the perseverance, right? The mental strength of those athletes back in the 60s to be able to overcome so much. Oh, we got a violation here. It's just a lackadaisical, nonchalant pass back to Allett, who had not established himself in the front court. We see some little lapses in TCU here in the second half after a brilliant start in the first 6 or 7 minutes of this game. The last 6 or 7 have been kind of a struggle for TCU.
Fourteenth turnover for the Horned Frogs. Mason and his team. Do they have a little left in the tank? Jihad has it poked away out of bounds. Posey says, I didn't touch it last. Kip Kissinger says, yes, you did.
I didn't buy what Posey's selling over. He's made some phenomenal defensive plays in this game, but that wasn't one of them. 6 seconds for the Sun Devils operator.
Freeman
Posey got a hand on that, disrupted Freeman's shot.
Alette drops it off for Wenzel. Too strong, he can't find his rhythm. Phillips finds the rebound.
Yeah, Wenzel on this one. He's got the 9 points, but he's stuck on 9 for a minute.
Alston Mason directs traffic. Goes to Jihad.
Yeah, the Sun Devils can't panic. A lot of time left in this one.
Oh, Murphy on the other side of that. A huge dunk.
I love the high handoff, especially when it's big to big like that, right? You guys comboed, getting together, a little 14 feet of fun there, playing above the rim.
10 points for Phillips. He has been a lighthouse of strength underneath for the Sun Devils in the absence of Jaden Quaintance. Ali takes it away. Here comes Freeman streaking up the right side. Jihad, nice fake. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2 more free throws.
See Bobby Hurley dancing on that sideline, trying to will that ball into the basket. This one right here, you just in a bad way and just decide, well, I can't get off a jump shot. Let me just throw it up about 10 feet in the air, 12 feet in the air, and let my partner slam it down. That's that nonverbal communication that I always loved about the NBA or the college, the game there. Just playing, right? Just making something happen. You've been with these guys for a while, and you just say, hey, I get in a bad way. You just go to the front of the rim and let me throw it up there and bail me out and make me look good.
And Jihad, one of the smartest guys in college basketball, one of the better guts out of the portal this season, this offseason, I should say, out of Ball State. And his head coach at Ball State, Michael Lewis, even after he transferred, said he was probably the hardest working guy I've ever coached. And you see the hard work and the smarts paying off their 2 made free throws.
I love that. I didn't have a whole lot of talent. I had to try to outwork players as well. And when things work out for guys, I love to see it. And then Jace Posey, things have been working out for him. Got that ball in that right wing. Hey, Iceland, new freshman.
Leading all scorers with 18 points, got a little ahead of himself. The scoring drought for TCU is now 2.5 minutes. Sun Devils trail by 7. The door opened ever so slightly for Bobby Hurley's squad here with 5:41 left.
Yeah, turnovers, 3 of their last 4 trips down the floor for the Horned Frogs have given the Sun Devils some life. You know, they're used to playing in close games.
Mason, here's Ali, wide open, just rims out. Reynolds sprints across half court. Into the teeth of the Sun Devils defense, can't finish.
Reynolds had one of his partners on the left side, but he didn't give him the basketball.
Freeman in transition, trying to work on Wenzel. The crafty veteran, finding Mason for 3. Over the rainbow, into the waiting arms of Posey.
Well, I don't know, but his good defensive closeout might have caused him to shoot that ball a little faster, a little harder than he wanted to.
Almost 3 minutes for the Horned Frogs without a bucket. Reynolds would like to change that. Didn't get any help from Phillips. Ali didn't, and easy 2 for Reynolds.
You wonder if fatigue was a factor on that play because they were initially in pretty good defensive position. But like you said, Reynolds just kept putting that little lefty pressure on him and found an easy line, a lane to the basket.
Freeman tees it up. Says we're not going anywhere.
P.J. Freeman, 1,455 points coming into this game tonight, and that was a big triple right there, his 4th of the game.
Crowd in Tempe engaged.
Nice stop, Jihad with the rebound. Look at Freeman looking to attack.
Extra pass. Ali drains it. The lead is now 3. It's a 6-0 run over the last 37 seconds for Arizona State.
This place is going bananas because B.J. Freeman's doing his thing. Knocked it down, triples, 4 on the evening, and then finding his buddies in the corner, and Ali knocking it down. We got ourselves a ball game. Points in the second half for 16 points, and he's knocked down 4 triples. TCU trying to hang on. Let's see what Coach Dixon drew up here in this timeout.
Micah Robinson is what he drew up. Can't hit it.
Well, I love that, though, because they took Reynolds, took the ball inside, got the defense to suck out of the corner. They got a good look for the shooter out there in the corner, right in front of their own bench. Just couldn't find the range.
Jihad has it knocked away. No call. Gets it back somehow. Shot clock then loses it. Posey has it. Whistle blown. Travel on the Horned Frogs.
Hey, Jace Posey's playing some deep. There's a number of times tonight where he has knocked the ball right out of the shooter's hands when they have gone up and almost got the ball ripped away. So not only is he scoring points, he's doing his thing on the defensive end as well.
Mason will pull the trigger on the inbound. Shot clock set to 20. Freeman corrals it. Has daylight. Also has a hoop and a three-point opportunity.
Alette tried to go for the steal, which gave Freeman just the crack he needed to try to tie this basketball game up. Wow, a 13-point lead for TCU has just dissipated as Freeman has a chance to tie this up. We were talking to Coach Dixon before the game when they had to get that game winner out of Alette. He said they blew a 12-point second-half lead in that game. So here they have, hanging on as Freeman's not able to get that, hanging on to the lead as Freeman's not able to get that free throw to go. But boy, the momentum has swung in this basketball game.
8-0 Arizona State run. You see Freeman jump out on defense. Staring into the eyes of Reynolds, who shakes free. Rejected by Phillips. He has been a force inside tonight, his second block.
He came from the other side of the lane to return this to Cinder. Says, you shall not pass. Get that weak shot out of here.
In the absence of Jaden Quaintance, who has been the defensive stopper, Phillips has stepped up tonight. Shot clock at 5. Does Reynolds realize? He does. But Posey may not. Phillips grabs another rebound, his 7th.
How about the D by the Sun Devils? My goodness, they're shutting them down.
Arizona State hasn't led since 9-7, 16 minutes left in the first. And they still don't.
That ball was 2/3 of the way down into the basket before it spun around and came back out. Got to get the ball in the hands of Alette right here.
Foul off the ball.
And that's going to be free throws. That's the Sun Devils' 10th foul. It's going to send Reynolds, the lefty, to the line for 2 free throws.
You see Sean Phillips right now. He's trying to get some wind, bending over. Now Phillips is starting his 4th game tonight, has played 22 minutes. The big fella, seeming fatigue, Scott. You know what that's like.
Sure. He's tired. He's blocking shots. It's hard to play defense, Pete. It's hard work. Maybe he was trying to ice the 72% free throw shooter as well, right? I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both.
First one is good. And the lead now is 2 points. Remember, the Sun Devils, without Adam Miller, ejected earlier. He is a leader for this team and a guy that they count on. But without him and without freshman sensation Jaden Quaintance, down 3 down the stretch.
Well, Reynolds coolly steps to the line. That ain't easy to do when you've suddenly seen a double-digit lead shrink down to a 1-point lead to go to the free throw line and knock down 2 free throws. And Bonnie Hurley, I think this is a smart timeout right here. He saw his big man doubled over and says, hey, let me just give him a blow, make sure we get a good execution here on offense.
Yeah, still have 2 timeouts remaining, and that is more TCU.
I tell you what, this is the kind of game that I love to play in, right? Like everything on the line, on your season, on the brinks. You're shorthanded. If you're the ASU Sun Devils, if you're the TCU Horned Frogs, you're trying to keep your season going with another win here and try to stack 4 and 5 games. Yeah, that's when I miss playing. Everyone asks me, you miss playing? No, I'm old and fat. I don't really miss it. But in a situation like this, 2 minutes to go and the game on the line, give me some sneakers.
Spirited crowd for the Sun Devils, chanting ASU. Freeman hears them. Whistle
Who's got
is
it?
blown. It'll stay here.
Oh, you know, Phillips almost had to put back follow. It slipped out of his hands, and I wasn't sure whose ball it was going to be. I think the officials are going to take a look at it, Pete. Yeah, they're going to the scores table. They want to make sure, and I like this. I don't normally like when they go to the scores table, but with a minute 54 in a one-possession game, you got to get this.
Previous play is under review.
Kissinger tells Jamie Dixon, hang on. Let's take a look at it, and we're going to take a look at it as well.
Now, this initial shot, this is not what we're worried about. See if Phillips, does he go over? There's a block there by Uday. Phillips puts his hands on it. Does anybody else touch it after that? Oh, look like Chase maybe with the right hand.
Yeah, either Posey or Ali.
Yeah, I think Chase Posey smacks it there on the right onto the line. So that Ali ball was dead by the time Ali picked it up.
And officially, Uday gets the block, his first of the game. And a critical review right now.
I'm sitting over here talking like I nailed this replay call. I'm wrong 50% of the time when I'm always confident, but I got it right.
Some of our ESPN brethren has talked about that. You know, you go to a college football seminar, and we think it's so easy when we watch those officials doing the replay. My buddy Roy Philpott, play-by-play guy for ESPN, said they'll actually demonstrate that. You have to go over, have the headset on, and in a minute you have to make a decision. It's darn near impossible. These officials do great work.
Well, I like when they make a call within 30 to 45 seconds after they get the replay queued up. College basketball game is just so fun because of the drama and the way the game is played and the flow to it. You don't want to spend 3, 4, 5 minutes
Okay,
over
after
there
review,
trying to get called.
number 5 from Arizona State hits the ball out of bounds.
Arizona State ball.
TCU ball, 1:55 on the clock.
So it was a little soft on the in-play announcement, but it sounded like to me that they were going to say the ball was slapped out of bounds by TCU Sun Devil basketball.
Check that. Posey will inbound.
Excuse me. Well, there again. I'm wrong once again. I thought Posey was the one that slapped it out of bounds, but they gave the ball to TCU.
Welcome to the human race, Williams. Posey now. Pressure is extended. Reynolds beats it. Oh, Jace Posey with the facial on Phillips, and it couldn't have come at a better time for Jamie Dixon.
Well, they did a good job of shutting down Reynolds' strong left-hand drive, but they didn't rotate to cut off the middle of the basket, what they have been doing so good and not giving up points in the paint. And Posey now with 20 points in this game.
Oh, there's Phillips answering back over Wetzel.
Oh, baby. Back-to-back dunk. We're right where we started. One-possession game. We got a minute 15 to play. They're putting the ball back in the hands of Reynolds. See if he can operate yet again. Set something up for one of his teammates. They're trying to burn some of that game clock.
Reynolds with 16 points on the basketball. Here's Posey, leading all scorers with 20. Knocked out of bounds. They'll say Phillips touched it last.
High jumping Posey along that right baseline, but he got the contact. The ball was slapped out of bounds. I love that they let him play. Let the officials put the whistles in their pockets.
Now, right now, the shot clock is at 3 seconds. We'll take another look at it, but the ball obviously did not hit the rim.
Well, we got some young men playing like big, strong young men. Love that straight up and down, coming over there and slapping that ball out of the way. Says, you shall not pass.
Third block of the game for Phillips. Give him 21 on the year.
Clock looks about right to me. Don't you say like 3.5, 3.6 maybe?
Well, our score bug shot clock says 5 seconds, but here in the arena, it says just a little over 3.
Look at what the time is when that ball hits. It's when the ball hits the ground, not when he blocks the shot. So I think the scoreboard our operator, the clock operator, pretty dead on there. It takes this ball about another 0.8 of a second after he blocks it to travel and land in that front row. And that's when the clock should be stopped, and I think they were pretty darn accurate.
So as it stands right now, TCU will be inbounding with 53.6 seconds left. And obviously the shot clock running down. It says 5 there on your screen. In the arena, it says 3 seconds. And once we sort this all out and get an official word, we'll know what we're working with. But either way, a critical decision coming up and a critical sequence on the floor. What do you like coming back here out of the inbound for TCU,
well,
Scott?
TCU, listen, they want to get a shot up. You don't want to waste a possession. 3.5 seconds isn't enough time to get a catch and shoot. But more importantly, they got to make sure they got good defensive balance. They can ill afford for the Sun Devils to rebound a long shot and then be off to the races and try to get a score before TCU can set their defense.
Now, Posey leads all scorers with 20 points. To say he's a go-to guy, though, for TCU.
Not in this situation, right? You got to get. They ran a double high screen for Reynolds to dribble off with his strong left hand last time. They might want to try Reynolds or Alette coming from the one side of the floor to the other.
After review, the ball went off of White. It is Arizona State ball, 54.1.
Wow. Sun Devils basketball, Scott.
Well, wow. Does he block this shot off of Posey? Or into the hand of Posey? And then it rolls off his fingertips and out of bounds? Is that what they're going with? Officials
think so. Order is restored, and we get the official word from referee Tommy Johnson.
Wow, old smothered chicken right there. Big time play along the baseline. Got the ball back for his teammate. Now, if you're here right here, you get to put the ball in the hands of Freeman. Let him operate out of a high pick and roll. They're going to give it to Mason.
2 or 3 here, Scott.
Oh, 2. A lot of time left. Go for a quick 2. High percentage shot.
Mason to Freeman. Knocks it down, and we are tied.
They said, forget what you're talking about, Williams. We're going to get the ball. The clock is still running. What is going on? Finally, stop it. A good 10 seconds came off that game clock. They're going to have to fix that clock. But they gave the ball to Freeman and let him shoot the triple. I just said they needed to go inside, and they said, forget it. We're going to do what we do and shoot the 3.
Officials are going to check where Freeman's feet were to make sure this was a 3. Mason, surgical.
Hard to see, but that right foot was somebody's head sitting in that front row in the cushy seats. This might be a better angle here. Let's see if he gets both those Nikes, the Adidas behind the line. I think he did, yeah. Those pink shoes there. I see some daylight. You know what? I was just wrong on the last call. Let me be quiet.
Now, I'm going to let you be loud there. The call on the floor is a 3. It should stand as a 3.
After review, the play is confirmed. 3-point shot.
But they couldn't get on the road at Texas Tech in overtime. They just needed 1 stop, 1 rebound. They would have won that game. So right here, stop, get the ball back, and play for the last shot.
Last time this game was tied 9-9 with 16 minutes left in the first half. Brand new ball game here in Tempe. Reynolds gets the screen from Ude. Shot fake. Game clock at 19. Shot clock at 5. Ice cold. Somehow that goes in.
They called a violation on the inbounder with 15 seconds to go. A turnover by the Sun Devils. It's going to give the ball back to the Horned Frogs. I have never seen a worse-looking three-point shot. Just a Scud missile launched by Reynolds that hit between the backboard and the rim and sat like a Tiger Woods wedge shot and then rolled into the bucket. See if this is a violation, but we're playing live action. They got the ball back inside. It went to Jace Posey, the 50% free throw shooter who has not missed tonight.
Great note by you. Inbound off screen for you guys at home. was to Posey. He was quickly fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. They're going to say that Jihad was not set when he inbounded the ball for Arizona State just to catch up to speed. And that is an eye-opening call by the officials. Nonetheless, probably the right call. All right, here we go. Posey, 20 points tonight. 8 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. His first miss is huge.
Well, this is the big one, right? This is the one that makes it a differential between a one-possession game and a two-possession game. This little freshman who's been so fantastic, towing that line, a chance to give his team an opportunity to win this game.
Misses both.
They call the foul. They're going to send the Sun Devils to the free throw line.
Much to the chagrin of Jamie Dixon, we will walk the length of the court. And Jace Posey, who had been perfect tonight from the charity stripe, misses 2 straight.
Kid had missed, I don't think he's even missed a field goal. He had been perfect from the floor, and suddenly could not find the distance from that free throw line. And then that foul right there is a killer for Jamie Dixon. Opportunity now for Sun Devils to score, and I don't think but maybe a second or two came off of that game clock. They could make these 2 free throws, try to steal the inbound pass. If they don't get the inbound pass, then they will have to foul.
Jihad, 76% on the season, 3 of 4 tonight.
Arlette rips the board. They got to foul him.
Mason does. The crowd is stunned.
Oh my goodness, they let 3.5 seconds come off of that game clock before they fouled. That's going to make it real tough if he makes one of these free throws, making a 2-possession game under 10 seconds to play. That's going to make it real tough on Bobby Hurley and company. He does still have 2 timeouts. But when you college, remember, you cannot advance the ball. It would save so much time at the pro level. Alette calmly knocks the first one in.
11 points on the night for Alette, who hit the game winner against Oklahoma State.
Pete, we were here a few weeks ago. Arizona State at the free throw line. The young freshman had a chance to win it from the line, and he came up 0 for 2 from the foul line. That was a big miss by Phillips, the front end of that 1-and-1.
Here comes Mason, screaming into the forecourt. Launches a 3, knocks it down.
Boy, that's where they wish they had those 3 seconds back. We had ourselves a 2-point game, putting a lot of pressure on TCU to the ball over somebody, and you get a second defender crashing in to try to get the steal. Don't worry about body contact. Just go all out, because you want contact in a foul as soon as anybody in a white jersey should catch the ball.
Wenzel can run the baseline, and he'll do it with the 7-foot Phillips right in his face.
Yeah, and everybody is fronting their man.
Freeman knocked it away from Alette, who was eventually fouled with 2.7 seconds left after gathering the basketball again.
Well, Phillips Jr. looked like he tried to foul on catch, but again, like you said, Pete, time coming off of a 1.5 seconds is huge. They have burned about 5 seconds that they did not need to burn here in this final 15 seconds that would give them a chance at a good look at a 3 heave if Alette can't make both of these free throws.
1 timeout left for the Sun Devils. Still a 1-score game.
Alette 71% on the line. And I think Coach Bobby Hurley is going to try to ice him on this last one, burning his last time out of the game.
The biggest free throw of his night lies ahead. The Old Dominion transfer cashes in. The lead is 4.
Impressive. Step to that line, knowing his team needed not 1 but 2 free throws, and he knocked them both in. Now you tell TCU, just get away from the ball.
Mason tries to draw contact, can't do it, and can't hit the shot either. And the final score here, 74-70. TCU